Hello, children. We are here to do yet another chapter, The Third Level, by Jack Finney. It is the first chapter of our book, Vistas, the supplementary reader that we have. Now, before I move further with the explanation of the chapter, I would like to discuss the title of the chapter, but this title is a little difficult to explain in the very beginning. So I think we should go ahead and read the chapter, read the explanation, understand the story. Actually, this is a science and a psychological fiction. It is a fiction, actually. Fiction is an imaginary story, an imagination. So it is a science fiction, which takes us to the past. I think you've heard of time travel. This is an intersection of time and space, this chapter, this story. Now, here I would like you to just recall your childhood, cartoon character, Doraemon. I think all of you have seen one or the other episode of this series, and Doraemon, like he along with other characters in the series with Nobita and everybody else, Doraemon travels by time, travels in past, travels in future. I hope you've seen that anywhere door through which he travels to the past. So this is called time travel. Time travel affects the present also. It is very much, linked with the present. Doraemon, if you will see, has gone to the past, has time traveled in past. But even then, he can keep in touch with the present times. So this is called time travel. So just ponder upon, just think deeply. If you could travel back in time, what place and time in history would you choose? Now, there are many things that we know about the past. We keep on hearing from our grandparents, from our parents, that life in their childhood when they were children means life, say around 100 years ago, was very simple, was very peaceful. Now, hope you've heard such stories. Now, because you've heard these things from your elderly people in the family, I hope you would agree with me when I say that the writer talks about, travel in the past, the space in the past, the places in the past to be very peaceful, very calm, and giving a sense of peace to your mind. So this is the main plot of the story, where the main protagonist, that is Charlie, travels back in time into the past, that is in 1890s. And let us see what the story has in store for us. Before that, let me just introduce to you a few terms that would help you, understand. Some pictures I'm showing you that would help you to understand the chapter better. We have to see what fashion of the 1890s was. There was this kind of mustache. There was sideburns, you understand, the side cuts just near the ears, the derby hat, and then we had leg of mutton sleeves, those very, you can notice the lady with the kind of sleeves that she's wearing, very loosely held, so that they are called leg of mutton sleeves. And I also want you to know what is the corridor and what is the hall, that the speaker talks about. So you can see there are many, pathways, many doors, and many entrances in the halls. Now, the setting of the story is a place called Grand Central Station, which is there in Illinois, Galesburg, US. So the whole story is based on this place. Now, Grand Central Station is a station from where many trains left for different destinations, and the clock above the Grand Central Terminal information booth still ticks off the time 100 years after it was built. It's been more than 100 years. It was built in around somewhere around 1900, early 90s, 1913, I suppose, and it still is there. Now, what is the theme of this chapter? The third level, it is the journey of the main character in the story, and the main character is referred to as Charlie. Charlie is representative of all the modern young men who are disturbed and tortured. They are mentally not at peace because of certain miseries in their lives. There are certain problems, sufferings, insecurities, anxieties, worries, difficulties that we all face in life. So that every modern man or woman faces in life, every person in our modern age face in life. So such a man is represented by Charlie, who is the main protagonist, the main character in the story. Now, the third level is a story that weaves together a psychological journey of the narrator. Narrator referred to as the Phoenix, and referred to as or shown as characterized by Charlie. Journey of the narrator into past, present, and moves towards future. There is always a natural human tendency to constantly move between the past, the present, and the future. We keep on reflecting upon our past experiences, past actions. We regret sometimes we feel happy, sometimes those past experiences make us feel proud. So there's always a connection between past, present, and future. We keep on pondering upon different aspects of all these three, times of our life, these three stages of our life. Past, present, and future are strategically and organically, they're interconnected, as I told you. Now, see, man is mortal and has many good and bad aspects of life like love, profit, loss, good, bad, etc. All these aspects tend to affect the human mind. So, human mind is very sensitive. Human mind is, affected by all the things, all the, even the petty things, even the little things in life, the emotions, the feelings, all this does affect the human mind. Then, existential worries act like a catalyst. The worries, the sufferings, the problems that exist, those things, they act like a catalyst for making the human mind constantly move between the past, the present, and the future. And the third level, this story that we are going to study is a study of human mind, is a study of Charlie caught in this cycle of time. When people in the present time want to escape the problems and stress of life, they feel that life 50 or 60 years back, 100 years back, was relaxed, was peaceful, was full of, calm and peace, was very full of leisure. So what the modern man does, the man in the present time, the people in the present time, they want to go back to that very time for peace and happiness. They want to search peace, they want happiness. And for that, where do they want to go? Because they believe that the life in earlier years was peaceful. So they want to visit those times. They always have a yearning, they always have a desire, they always have a wish in their heart of hearts to be in such a in such a time where there was peace, there was no hustle bustle, there was no noises of engines, there was no, running for different achievements in life. It was a very peaceful time then. So modern man does want to escape the problems that he faces, the difficulties that he faces in the modern life. The third level summary in English. Charlie, who's the main character as I told you, is convinced that there are three, not just two levels of Grand Central Station. Now, Charlie has been to Grand Central Station many times, and he knows for the fact, because he's traveled from there many a times, so he knows that the fact that there are only two levels can be referred to as maybe the floors at the station. But what happens is, Charlie's psychiatrist friend Sam Weiner and his other friends think his delusion is hallucination, a state of imagination. This imagination of his is a waking dream wish fulfillment. Charlie is very sure that there are not just two levels, but there are three levels, three floors at the Grand Central Station. But his psychiatrist friend and his other friends think that this imagination of his, that there is a third level also at the Grand Central Station, this is a sheer imagination, just an imagination of this, character, Charlie. They call it a waking dream wish fulfillment. Waking dream, the dream that you see with your open eyes. You always have some wish to fulfill that desire of yours, which you see with dream that you see with open eyes. So they call it this waking dream wish fulfillment. And they say that, like his stamp collection, this is also the imagination that the third level exists at the Central Station, Grand Central Station. This also, like his stamp collection, is some kind of a temporary refuge, temporary shelter, temporary protection, temporary escape, you can say, from a world which is full of insecurities, fear, war, and worry. Now, in the story further, Charlie describes to us how once in the evening time, when he was when he got late from office, he worked very late in the office, worked till very late in the office, and he wanted to hurry back home to be in the comfort of his house. So instead of taking a bus, which would have taken a longer time, he decides to take the subway from Grand Central Station. But what happens? He gets lost at the Grand Central Station to a place where he has been numerous times. Even then, he gets lost at this place. Now, finally, ultimately, he finds himself at a very strange place, which he refers to as the third level. He's convinced that this level is different from the first level and the second level that he has experienced many times, because there were things that made him sure, that made him confirmed that this was something strange, some strange place that he has never been to. There were spittoons. Spittoons are large vessels to spit into. Gas lights, open gas lights, ancient locomotive, an old engine, and people whose appearance and clothes look strange. And there were people at this third level of the Grand Central Station. He saw people who looked very strange because they were old-fashioned, because they had old way of styling their clothes and their hairstyles. And then it makes him confirmed that he was somewhere in 1890s, in the past. Actually, it was 1894. This he further confirms which year it was, by the newspaper's lead story on President Cleveland, who was the president during who was the 22nd and 24th president of US. So he confirms from the newspaper, he takes the newspaper from a boy and confirms that he is in past. Now, Charlie, further he tries to buy tickets to Galesburg, Illinois, a wonderful town, because he's connected. I told you the past, the present, and the future is connected. He has time traveled into past, into 1894. But from there, he wants to get back to his, because he started from his office to go to Illinois, Galesburg. So he wants to go there, which is a wonderful town. He wants to buy ticket to that place. And this place has old frame houses, huge lawns, and tremendous trees. And where people, everyone was having a leisure life, a peaceful life. But the clerk at the station did not accept his 1950 currency. 1950 is the present currency. And so he leaves the station. Now, during his lunch break the next day, he decides that he should take the, old style currency from somewhere. So, to arrange this old style currency, being in 1950, he goes to, he takes all his savings and buys or exchanges old style currency to buy tickets to Galesburg of 1894, where he always wanted to go, because it was considered a very peaceful place, a place full of harmony, a place full of calmness. But he can never again find the entrance to the third level at Grand Central Station. This time when he wants to be there at the third level, he does not find the entrance to the third level at the Grand Central Station. Now, Charlie finds an evidence that the third level actually exists. He wants the readers to be, accepting this fact that it is not his imagination, but the third level did exist actually in reality. This he does. This he wants to prove by telling the reader that once he discovered a letter in his collection of first day covers. First day covers are when a stamp collector, he's a stamp collector is very fond of collecting stamps, as you know. Now, once the stamp collector, or once a new stamp is issued, its value is not unless and until the postmark has a date of issue on it. So what do the stamp collectors do? They buy new stamps on the very first day of its sale, and they paste them on the self-addressed envelopes and post them. Now, these envelopes do not contain any thing inside them. They do have a paper, but the paper is blank. And the first day covers are never opened. They are always kept just for the purpose of collecting the stamps, the valuable stamps, because it has a postmark on it now. So these envelopes are actually called the first day covers. They have a blank paper inside them. Now, he finds this first day cover in his collection, and this is addressed to his grandfather, dated July 18, 1894, at Galesburg, Illinois. And this letter has come from his psychiatrist friend, Sam Winner, who, actually, who is also lost and claims to have reached the third level. And he also, encourages Charlie and his wife to keep on searching for the third level till they find one, because he feels it's really worth it finding the place, because it is very peaceful out there. And Sam, this is the twist. Actually, Sam is the psychiatrist with whom Charlie has been discussing all this about the third level. So Sam is also a modern man. He also, in his heart of hearts, had a desire to escape from the reality of this harsh world, the cruel realities that a modern man faces, the insecurities, the worries, the anxieties. So he was also one such person. So when he heard stories about the peace, the calmness, the tranquility, the leisure time there at the Galesburg, Illinois of 1894. So he also had a desire in his heart. He was also yearning or desiring to, wishing to go to that place because he wanted a medium of escape for himself also. So, in the end, we find that Sam is also searching for such a place, and when he finds one, he feels that he has also traveled into past. Here we have a character sketch of Charlie. As I told you, he's a true representative of modern man, a victim of stress, insecurity, fear, wants to run away from reality. Here you will find out, you will find all the value points, all the adjectives that can be used in writing the character sketch of Charlie. He's an escapist, fond of stamp collection, and he yearns to have a simple life of his grandfather's time. He is an imaginative person, and so he wants to break away from all this hectic modern life and wants to escape because he is not happy. So this was regarding the summary or an overview of the chapter, the third level. So next we begin with line to line explanation of the chapter. Thank you. Stay safe.